जय जय श्री चैतन्य इंदो इंदो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Hare Hare Nadiya Bihari Gaura Hare Mayapura Chandra Gaura Hare Mayapura Chandra Hare Kali Yoga Avatari Gaura Hare Kali Malahari Gaura Hare Kali Hare Nitayira Pranadana Gaura Hare Nitayira Pranadana Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Gauranithai Jaya Gauranithai Gauranithai Shri Shri Gauranithai Gauranithai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hariba 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 Nitai Gaur Hariba Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hariba Nitai Gaur Hariba Nitai Gaur Hariba Yam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtottara Shatasri Srimati's Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arabinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON founder Acharya Deputy founder Acharya Savior of the whole world Srila Prabhupada Ki अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ब्रह्मचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Om Jnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksharam Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Datati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guraho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome to our continuation on the pastime of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. Cleansing the Gundicha temple in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Yesterday we discussed up to verse number. Yes, I saw during chanting. When my heart was getting purified, I looked around and then I saw fans were cleaned. Good. So 90 to 94 is Mahaprabhu collects more dirt than all the devotees. And whosoever collects more dirt, that means whosoever is able to see more dirt in himself, he will get maximum mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whosoever sees a lot of dirt in others, he will not get mercy. He will get punishment. He will be purified. Sabha Vaishnava be dui bar shodila dekhe Mahaprabhu ramane santosha hoila. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see the cleansing work. So this is our process, cleaning. This Swachha Bharat Abhiyan started by Narendra Modi. It's just a recent thing, but this is long before that. Mahaprabhu, for that matter, we have this dust in our heart, and the purification of this dirt from our heart is the one goal of the two goals: purification of the heart by glorification of the Lord. These are the two goals of life. Both are one also, because when you glorify the Lord, automatically heart gets purified. But many are interested in purifying their heart. Then if you glorify the Lord, heart gets purified. Now 95 to 100, these 6 slokas talk about Mahaprabhu's throwing of water on walls and floors. 95th. Arashata janashata घटे जल भरी प्रथमे लय आछे काल अपेक्षा करी. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water pots, and they simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water from them. So we should be like at the beck and call for service. In one temple, the president arranged that Prabhupada, anything he desires, wants, should be immediately fulfilled. So some 3-4 men would be ready on two-wheeler. As soon as the person servant said, Prabhupada wants apples, they all would give the kickstart the scooter and go with high speed around the city to get apples. So whosoever came first come, first served. So those apples were offered to Krishna and then to Prabhupada. So that is too high surrender, but at least we should be personally ready. When service comes, we may not be ready well in advance, but in general, internally we should be ready, and externally when we are called for, we should go for rendering that service. We have been begging for service in the morning to Tulsi Maharani. We go around and we pray that Yehi nivedana dharo, sakhir anugata karo, seva adhikar diye, karo nije dasi. Adhikar, that we say that it is adhikar, it is a right, and in daytime we feel it is wrong. Why are you asking me for service? There are so many other devotees. Let them make advancement. I have made sufficient advancement. So the more one renders service, more will make advancement. Hanumanji can see. That's why he is the example of Dasya Bhakti. We should pray to him every day. In India, there are so many Hanumanji temples. I heard one Acharya himself established some 700 plus temples, many places in South India. If you go from something like, I think Vishakhapatnam or that part, East Coast, all the way to Kanyakumari, you will find hundreds of Hanumanji temples, huge Hanumanji. So we should pray to him. Though we are Krishna Bhaktas and he is Ram Bhakta, but for being able to render more service to Krishna, Guru and Vaishnava, we can pray to him. By his blessings, one will be able to render a lot of service. But anyway, we are praying to Tulsi Maharani, who orchestrates all the services throughout the day for the Radha Krishna pastimes. I think I told you, no? That she has her parrot, Daksha, who has 1 lakh parrots as his associates. So these 1 lakh parrots go all over Vrindavan early in the morning, and they scan entire Vrindavan, what is happening where, who's where, what's happening. And they report to Vrunda Devi, and Vrunda Devi then accordingly makes schedule of the services. Which services will be done by whom, which gopi, which manjari, where, all the details. And then accordingly, devotees render services. So thus, our managers are also the representatives of Vrinda Devi only. We should see them in that way. But because we don't chant properly in the morning, then we are not eager for services. The one who chants properly, he is begging, "Oh Lord, please give me service." I understand that this is the service, that is chanting, I am chanting, this is the best service. But then still, Vaishnava Seva is also there. Give me more Vaishnava Seva in the daytime also. Anyway, the topmost Vaishnava is Guru. And to Guru, we give the topmost offering of chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. At the time of initiation, Guru asks nothing else of the disciple, but please chant. Chant as attentively as possible. If possible, throughout the day you chant. If not, at least chant 16 good rounds. So, when we are chanting, we are rendering highest service. But then still we are begging for more and more service. Throughout the day we may not chant, but I want then Vaishnava Seva, services to Vaishnavas. And one should do them, render services whenever the chance comes. In general, we are servants of all the devotees. And any devotee who comes in front of us, we are his personal servant. That should be the spirit. Personal servant means very high responsibility. Anything that person desires, you should be at the beck and call. Very difficult to be a personal servant. Prabhupada's personal servants would change so fast because Prabhupada was Jet Age Acharya. With high speed he was going and establishing Krishna consciousness all over the world. 108 temples in 12 years. Sleeping hardly 4 hours in a day. And writing books, meeting so many big people, meeting Vaishnavas, giving classes, and overseeing the establishment of Govinda restaurants and ISKCON temples, Goshalas, so many things. So, though they were young boys, the personal servant, they could not cope up with Prabhupada. They found that it's only spiritual energy that is conducting this man. And we don't have that spiritual energy. We have material energy, youthful energy, but it is not able to match with his thing. So very frequently the personal servants would change within few months. Some committed even offense and then fell down also. One should be extremely careful. From fire, deities and Guru, one should keep respectable distance. Otherwise, very deadly. But those who see Guru with spiritual vision, they can go very close and make lot of advancement. Yaharani kate gele papa dure jai yamana dayala Prabhu keba kotha pai. Just by going close to pure devotee, all the sinful reactions go far, far away. Our body is compared to a tree, and all the papa pakshis, sinful reactions are sitting on our entire body, everywhere. There is no part in our body where the papa pakshis are not sitting, they are all sitting. And when aprarabdha karma becomes prarabdha, then that is the time, phalonmukha, then it will immediately manifest. Some pimple will come here, some boil will come here, something scratch will come here, something hair will become white. Because the papa pakshi was sitting on thing, cut, it will come at that point. But when we go close to pure devotee, these papa pakshis fly far, far away. Just like if you go to a tree and you clap, immediately the birds will fly away, or you throw a stone, they will, because they are scared. So that is how the pure devotee is, very powerful. But those who are not so mature, those who carry material vision, they are not supposed to go close to spiritual master. They should hear him from a distance. He says, Drishtai svabhava janitair vapushascha doshair na prakrutattvamiha bhakta janasya pashyet gangam vasam na kalu buddha pena pankir brahmadravattam apagacchati niradharmai. In the 6th verse he says of Shri Upadeshamrut, proper translated as the nectar of instruction, that Drishtai svabhava janitair, because of our material svabhav, we have material vision and we see everything around with material vision only, and we see pure devotee also with material vision. Then Drishtai svabhava janitar vapushascha dosher, we will see in pure devotee the defect in his body. In the gross body we will see first, and then we will see in the subtle body also. Oh, he seems to be absent-minded. He forgets, I think. So like that, we'll see faults in a pure devotee and we'll fall down from our spiritual position. That's why one should not go very close and one should hear pure devotee, because he's just repeating as it is in Guru Parampara and he has very advanced realizations. Then one understands, oh, he's always with Krishna and I'm not having Krishna. He always has Krishna, he's always with Krishna. So I should beg from him. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tumhare shakati ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tab pache pache. Oh, my speech master, you have Krishna, you have the ability to give Krishna to others. I don't have Krishna, I am bankrupt. Please give me Krishna, 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 give me Krishna. Like that, I run behind Guru. One who hears Guru Vani, he will fall in love with Guru and he will beg Krishna from Guru, because he will realize only spiritual master has Krishna. Once Prabhupada played with Saraswati, who had a Krishna doll, like that. She would play with that Krishna doll. So without her knowledge, when she was looking somewhere else, Prabhupada took the doll and he hid in behind, like that. And after some time, when Saraswati saw in the front and she was not finding Krishna, where is Krishna gone? So, Krishna? Where is Krishna? Then she went to Malti Mataji, mother, did you see my Krishna? Where is Krishna? She went to Shyam Sundar Prabhu, she went to another Prabhu, another Mataji. Where is Krishna? Where is my Krishna? Small girl, crying, feeling separation. Then Malti Mataji said, Saraswati, who has Krishna here? Then she understood, hey, only Prabhupada has Krishna. She said, Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada was very happy. Then Prabhupada took his hand and then gave Krishna that doll. And she was very happy. So, pure devotee has Krishna with him and he can give also. Somebody may have 10 crore rupees, but he may not give you 10 crore. He may not give you 1 crore also. He may not give you 1 lakh also. So it requires broad mind to be able to give what one has. In material life there are shortcomings. You cannot give because then you lose. You have 10 rupees, you give 10 rupees, you are bankrupt. You don't have anything. But in bhakti, the more you give, the more your bhakti increases. More knowledge you give, more your knowledge increases. Nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate. There is nothing so sublime as transcendental knowledge. And bhakti also, bhakti sanjayate bhakti. From bhakta we get bhakti. And by giving bhakti to others, that bhakta's bhakti increases all the more. Next, 96. Jalana boliya be Mahaprabhu kahila tabe shata ghat aane Prabhu aage dile. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled, and delivered them before the Lord. They were just waiting only, and as soon as the moment came, they gave the water pots. Prathame karila Prabhu mandira prakshalana urdhva adho bhitti gruha madhya simhasana. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, simhasan, and everything else within the room. That is called a Mahavedi. In Sri Mandir, Jagannath temple, the Lord's that platform is called as Ratna Vedi, and in Gundicha temple it is called as Mahavedi. So that also Mahaprabhu cleaned. Everything he cleaned. Ceiling. Because there are stone ceilings, so they can clean. We may not be able to clean this POP, cement, all that. At least we should clean the fans. Khapara bhariya jala urdhva chalaila sai jale urdhva shodhi bhitti prakshalila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotees began to throw water onto the ceiling. When this water fell, it washed the walls and floor. So this is the way. First throw on the ceiling, then it will glide down on walls, floor. Otherwise you clean the floor first, then you throw on the wall. So now this is clean, now that dirty thing comes on the floor. And after all that, then you throw water on ceiling. This is wrong procedure. Wrong, sequence is wrong. First ceiling, then walls, then floor. श्रीहस्ते करेन सिंहासनेर मार्जन प्रभु आगे जलानी देय भक्तगण. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. This is Mahaviti. Bhaktagana kare griha madhya prakshalana nija nija haste kare mandira marjana. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. So everybody should render service. Now 101 to 106 talk about washing of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Keha jala anideya Mahaprabhura kare Keha jala deya tara Charana upare. Someone brought water to pour into the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone poured water on his lotus feet. So they are taking opportunity. They are there to clean Gundicha temple, not body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but they are taking advantage. Keha lukaya kare se jalapan keha magilayo keha anne karidan. The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone who hid himself. Someone else begged for that water, and another person was giving that water in charity. So devotees have drawn a picture of this. It's not here. No, somehow it is not here. Oh, okay, it is here. On the left side. Mahaprabhu is sitting on Mahaviti. He is cleaning the platform where Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra will sit after Rath Yatra. And then devotees are giving water for him to clean. And somebody poured water here on his lotus feet. And in that water, as it came down, another devotee is here. He is collecting and he is drinking. And this person is waiting. He is in the waiting list. After this devotee gets up and goes away, then he can come forward. And this Mahaprabhu doesn't know because he is looking forward. He is Sarvagya. Tattva-wise he knows everything, but in Lila he is unaware. There's that something, some pastime is happening behind. 103rd. Gharadoi pranalikaya jala chadi dila se jale prangana sabha duriya rahila. After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, and it then flowed and filled the yard outside. That also needs to be cleansed. Nija vastre kaila prabhu gruha sammarjana Mahaprabhu nija vastre majila simhasana. The Lord mopped the rooms with his own clothes, and he polished the throne with them also. Mahaprabhu used his uttari, his angavastra, and some other clothes. So one should give himself one's possessions in the service of the Lord. Mahaprabhu did not worry about what will happen to the clothes he gave. In 1998 or 2001, we had gone. So we also then did that. We removed our kurtas, and with that only we mopped the floor. We saw seniors doing that, so we also did it. So materially we had loss of one kurta, but spiritually we gained a lot. That memory is very fresh. Shata ghata jale haila mandira marjana mandira shodhiya kaila yena nijamana. In this way, all the rooms were cleansed with 100 water pots. After the rooms had been cleansed, the minds of the devotees were as clean as the rooms. This is the advantage. So the temple represents the heart only. So when you clean it, then Krishna is very happy. Krishna will clean our hearts. Nirmala Shitala Snigdha Karila Mandire आपना हृदयेन dharila bahire. When the temple was cleansed, it was purified, cool and pleasing, just as if the Lord's own pure mind had appeared. So temple anyway represents Lord's body only. So when it was cleansed, as if his own pure mind had appeared. 107 to 121 talk about communication through Krishna Nam. Shata Shata Jana Jala Tare Saravare Bhare Saravare Ghate Snana Nahi Ke Ho Ghate Sthana Nahi Ke Ho Kupe Jala Bhare. Since hundreds of men were engaged in bringing water from the lake, there was no place to stand on the banks. Consequently, someone began to draw water from a well. Which Sarovar? Indratumna Sarovar, which is there behind that Narasimha temple. If you go. So devotees had lined up. They would fill the pots and pass on to the next devotee, and ultimately whichever area they are cleaning, they would give in his hand and he would pour it. Purna Kumbha Layai se Shata Bhaktagan Shunya Ghata Layayayu Arashata Jan. Hundreds of devotees brought water in the pots, and hundreds took the empty pots away to fill them up again. So this unity in devotees is very pleasing to the Lord. We find in the Pacheta's case, there were 10 of them, but they had one mission only. They were underwater performing austerities as per the direction given by Lord Shiva. And when Lord appeared in the water, you can see Garuji came flying and he entered in the water and he's swimming. He's flying there also. Lord's servants have no barriers. They won't change. Their service will be unhampered. And then Lord was there. He was very happy. What he appreciated the most in them was their unity, cooperation. Only devotees can cooperate because in their midst is only one center, one person in the center, that is Krishna. Otherwise in this world everybody keeps himself in center, thus there is no unity. Nowadays nuclear families and so many selfish people. So then husband and wife also cannot jail. Husband keeps himself in center, wife keeps herself in center. And they have fights ending up in divorce. Or brothers, friends, so many others. There is selfishness. That's why Krishna consciousness means unity, cooperation. And this is what is most pleasing to outsiders. They see how devotees are very united. And they don't fight. They love each other like brothers. Many times they feel these are das, this is das. So these two must be God. They may be brothers. And same white dhoti kurta they wear. Sometimes they are shaven headed brahmachari. So they feel like they are brothers only because they so much love and all that. After long interaction, then they understand. Oh, they are not brothers. They are God brothers. God is their father, and they are brothers as the children of that God. So they are God brothers, but they are far better than brothers. So we should be cooperating. We don't keep our ego, false ego in center. His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj says Krishna consciousness means to take oneself out of center and to keep Krishna in that center. But when to the degree we don't chant properly, heart is not filled with Krishna, then the Maya will fill in the heart, and then we want to be in center. At least little bit close to the center. If I cannot be in center, the leader is not allowing. So for the time being, I will be little aside. After some time, I will push that leader also. And then, so we know that story of that lion, that tiger was chasing after man. Man climbed up a tree to save his lion. The tiger was not able to climb. Then he went and he relaxed for a while. But then the tiger found there was a, bear sleeping on the upper portion of that tree. And then this tiger proposed to that bear that, see, I am up for that man, I want that man, you just throw him down, then I will eat him up and I will go away. You have no threat from me. Then the bear said, no, he is my guest. He has this tree I stay on and he has come to that tree, he has come to my shelter. I cannot do that. So let him be there. I will not help you. So then the tiger saw that my plan failed. I'm not able to eat that man. Then he told the man, you see, I will spare you. You just throw that bear down. Then I'll eat him up and you can be spared. Then the man, who was very selfish, he threw down that sleeping bear. So bear was sleeping, he was inattentive. When he was given a hit, he fell down, few branches down. But then he immediately somehow caught one branch and he did not touch the ground. And then again he climbed up. Then again the tiger said, because the bear could not touch the ground, he could not eat him up. He again said, just see bear, you are giving shelter to somebody who is so treacherous. He's cheating you. So you throw the man down, I'll eat him up and you are spared. He said, no. He is my guest. I will not do that. So you can see the animals have such integrity, morality, and human beings are so selfish. They are very, for their ulterior motive, they can go to any extent. Because they are not Krishna conscious. But when Krishna conscious is there, then people can give lives for each other. When Malti Mataji was serving Srila Prabhupada in Mayapur, in those years, there was only that kutir, Prabhupada kutir. And Prabhupada was having one section, kind of, and the men were there this side. And for women, there was only one curtain in between. And Malti Mataji was there particularly. There was nothing, hardly any privacy. And for nature's call, go and respond naturally. That was the thing. And she was frustrated mainly because she had to go all the way to Ghat, that what they call Navadvip Ghat. No, not Navadvip Ghat, another Ghat. Bairagi Ghat, I think. And from there catch that Nauka, the boat, and go to other side. But she was fair-skinned lady. They knew this is American lady. So they would tell her more charge. All Indians are very greedy. So they would try to cheat her. And then after going to market, also after reaching the other side, Navadvip Ghat, then from there another auto to the market. And from there again while purchasing, everywhere she is getting cheated. They are asking more money. And she can't speak properly in the local language. So she was frustrated eventually. So much endeavor and so many austerities here. So she thought this is the last, cooking. Tomorrow onwards I will not cook. No way. So then that day only, Prabhupada's god brothers had come. But some few, 3-4 sannyasis. Then she came, she offered bhoga to the Lord. She brought the prasad and she was serving. So as soon as she came, Prabhupada said, because the god brothers of Prabhupada were thinking that his disciples are neophytes. They're from America, they know nothing. What? They don't know Krishna Bhakti properly. So then Prabhupada knew that. So Prabhupada said, see this, she is my disciple, Malti. She loves me so much that for my sake she can slit her throat. And for her, I can slit my throat. And when she heard, she was shocked. My God, what did Prabhupada say? How did he say that? So then immediately she changed plan. No, I will continue this service no matter how much frustration. Prabhupada is so much loving. Let me continue. So this is possible only in devotee circle. Only devotees can have such thick friendship. That's why devotees can stay together. But whereas Gyanis, yogis, they cannot stay in one cave. Nasa Rusiryasya Matam na bhinnam. A Rishi is not a Rishi unless he differs from the opinion of another Rishi. Just like PhD. You cannot get PhD degree unless your thesis is different from earlier PhDs. If you produce same thesis, sir, exact as it is, you get lost. You can never get PhD. You have to have little different, something new has to be there. But devotees, they can be in one cave, in one dormitory, 10 devotees, 15 devotees, 20. If more devotees are there, in Brahmacharya we have what they call bunkers. In our Radha Kunjari temple, the number of brahmacharis are increasing. And only 3 rooms only. Something like 10 by 10. I believe they all small 3 rooms. And then earlier in the 1996, we had 8 brahmacharis. Then by 98, they became 10. 2 boys joined. First boys from ISKCON Youth Forum. They joined. Prabhu and Sundar Prabhu. Then after 1 year, then 1 more joined. 2-3 more joined. And then they were joining, like 5-6 were joining. 8 were joining. All that. So then 3 rooms only. So what to do? In summer, we would all sleep in open, below the sky, in the courtyard of Kunjaveri temple. But in the rainy season, you cannot sleep like that. It will rain. And in winter, it is very cold. So then devotees, management devotees are thinking what to do. Then introduce, okay, bunker, like this, 3 bunkers. And so much shortage of space, one very tall brahmachari, he would sleep below the bunker. That was very less height from the ground. It was hardly 1.5 feet to 2 feet. But he would sleep, and I would ask him that in the night when you, by mistake, you will do like this, you will fold your leg, will not your knee hit that bunker thing? He said, no, I will adjust, no problem. So much. So devotees can be in such a congested place, and they can smoothly be there together. Nobody will ask, what is this? I have to sleep below. And devotees are ready. And this kind of unity is possible only in devotees. Sacrifice. Because Krishna is in center. Krishnarthe akhila cheshta. Krishna prityarthe. So nothing for my pleasure. Atmindriya pritivancha tare balikam. Krishnendriya priticha dhare premanam. Once we went for book distribution in a, what is it called? Pickup van. Pickup van, Pickup van. It looks like auto in the front, but backside is like a small tempo. And there's a door backside with a latch. So myself and one senior brahmachari, Radha Madhav Prabhu, were there, and one brahmachari was driving, and we two behind. And it is having very rough. It has no seats. So we had to go a long way, 65-70 kilometers to one Ganesh Kshetra. So then we put a mattress below so that we will not get shocks for 65-70 kilometers. And we two were there, and we cannot keep the door open. The books and everything. Books are also with us, and we two are. So he lashed us inside. And we two were, there are some holes in that so that we can breathe in some. Otherwise, there's no window, nothing there. And we two were like in the womb only for those 2 hours. But it was blissful because it was for Krishna. When he opened the door after reaching, then we saw light and and some more fresh air came. So, okay. Next. Hundreds of devotees brought water in the pots, and hundreds took the empty pots away to fill them up again. Nityananda Advaita Swarupa Bharati Puri Ihavinu Arasada Anijala Bhuri. With the exception of Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Swarup Damodar, Brahmanand Bharati, and Paramananda Puri, everyone was engaged in filling the water pots and bringing them there. So these are very senior, but more than senior, they are aged also. So then they need not. There are sannyasis also, Brahmanand Bharati, Paramanand Puri. Swarup Damodar also had taken sannyas, though he did not take the name of sannyasi. He kept the name of brahmachari only. That was Damodar. And Mahaprabhu would call him Swarup. So Swarup was the name, and Damodar was Mahaprabhu would call him. So he became Swarup Damodar. And Advaita Acharya Nityananda Prabhu. Advaita Acharya is senior to Mahaprabhu by some 52 years. And Nityananda Prabhu is also senior by 12 years. So these were not engaged in filling the pots and bringing them. But their very presence was very inspiring. Once Prabhupada saw that devotees are going for morning street Sankirtan, Harinam Sankirtan, somewhere in India when they were there. Then Prabhupada and his god brother, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, they were there that time. So Prabhupada and both of them, they discussed, and they said, we will also go. So they told devotees, we will also accompany you for Harinam Sankirtan. But they were very old and bodies had problem. So one auto was hired, both of them sat, and devotees were walking on the street, dancing, singing, and these two were inside the auto sitting, and there only they were raising hand inside the auto and little bit moving the legs. But that was very inspiring to devotees, that Prabhupada and Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj are with us today. So their energy, their enthusiasm was doubled. Ghate ghate theki kata Ghata bhangi gela Shata shata ghata loka Tahamaya aila. Many of the water pots were broken when people collided with one another, and hundreds of men had to bring new water pots to fill. But this is okay, no problem, no accident. Jala bhare ghara dhoya Kare hari dhwani Krishna hari dhwani bina Arana hi shunni. Some people were filling the pots and others were washing the rooms, but everyone was engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hari. Did you do that yesterday? That part remained most important, but no problem. Physical, Kirtanas played. Good. That is good. So regular hearing. So after hearing, chanting could also be done. Krishna Krishna kahi kare, gatera prarthana. Krishna Krishna kahi kare, ghata samarpana. One person begged for a water pot by chanting the holy names Krishna Krishna, and another delivered a pot while chanting Krishna Krishna. In the worldly language today, excuse me, if they want to pass through or something, others are engaged. They want to draw attention of others, so they say excuse me, like that. But you would say Hare Krishna. Or they may say hi, hello, good morning. So we have a slogan, hi, hello, chodo, Hare Krishna bolo. So good. But who said recently, what happened? Prabhupada was in, I'm not remembering which spot, somewhere in America, Los Angeles somewhere. So every day morning Prabhupada would go for morning walk, and one lady would come. So Prabhupada would look at her, smile and say good morning. She would say good morning, like that. And it happened because they went in that same place for next 3-4 days, and every day Prabhupada would say good morning, and she would respond good morning, smile and good morning. Prabhupada would smile and good. So and then the disciple, this who writes, I was thinking, why did Prabhupada not say Hare Krishna? We are Hare Krishna people, and Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. So why did not say that? So then he only kind of gives purport that that lady would not have appreciated or understood rather the holy name Hare Krishna, etc. But when good morning Prabhupada said, she is able to relate, and she gave a smile to a pure devotee, and she said good morning. She also wished a very good morning for Prabhupada. So by that her Sukruti will increase, and that is how Prabhupada did not say Hare Krishna. Not a single day Prabhupada said Hare Krishna to her. So that's why he was wondering. But pure devotees, any action is very purifying. When Prabhupada's ship, cargo ship, Jaladuta reached Boston Harbor, when it was reaching, another ship of Sundar Steamship Company left Boston Harbor to go somewhere, some part of the world. So because these two were friends, Mr. Pandey and that captain of that ship, there was a lot of distance between the two, but ships are huge. So he saw his friend Captain Pandey on this ship as a captain. So he raised his hand and he waved hand to his friend doing this. Then friends do. So Prabhupada happened to see that person. So Prabhupada raised his hand and Prabhupada waved hand. Like this. And that person was wondering, Are, my friend I waved hand to, and who that to? Somebody else only. Afterwards I heard that person is now initiated devotee in ISKCON. Rivo! A pure devotee is waving hand. He removed all the Maya around him. So, Madhvacharya, when that ship was stuck at the Malpe beach in Karnataka, in Udupi, that ship was stuck, and that man was wondering what to do, nobody to help. So he saw somebody there, and Madhvacharya he waved hand to. So Madhvacharya just took his uttari, and like this he waved. And Madhvacharya is incarnation of Vayu only. So the wind, the storm, the ship was stuck in, the storm was removed, and his ship could easily come. And that's how, then he was very happy. He said, I want to offer, what should I offer? I said, no, I am a sannyasi, what do I need? Anything. But where are you coming from? I am coming from Dwarka. Oh, Dwarka? Then you might have been having some Gopi Chandan. He said, yes. Just to balance the ship, we had put a huge log of this Chandan, sandalwood. Two logs. Then he said, I would like to have that. I said, okay, great. And anyway, ship has reached here. So he gave the 2 logs of sandalwood. And Madhvacharya, people were not able to lift it. Madhvacharya alone lifted both, and he was bringing. So on the way only, just next to the beach only, one of them broke open, and from came Balram, who is established there. In Kannada they call it as Vata Bhanga something. Huh? Varavhanda. In Kannada it's breaking. Chandan broke open. So that Balramji is there on the beach. And then other one he brought, and that was Krishna on the inside, Udupi Krishna. And while coming only, he sang the glories of Krishna. He was very happy. Chandan, Gopi Chandan. That's what I have heard. Sand, mud. But inside Krishna and Balram were there. यही कहे से कहे कृष्ण नामे कृष्ण नाम हैला संकेत कृष्ण नाम हैला संकेत सब कामे. Whenever anyone had to speak, he did so by uttering the holy name of Krishna. Consequently, the holy name of Krishna became an indication for everyone who wanted something. So we should also chant Hare Krishna while interacting. When we meet each other, we should say Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mataji. At least that much minimum. If not paying obeisances, at least Hare Krishna. Sometimes when we are walking on the street, some people on the street, Hare Krishna, they are saying Hare Krishna to us. And we are like, kya hua? We are lost. Our meditation is broken. So much anxiety we should not be in. So we should immediately say Hare Krishna. Rather, we should only say Hare Krishna. Prema Veshe Prabhu Kahe Krishna Krishna Naam Ekale Prema Veshe Kare Shatajani Rakam. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was vibrating the holy name of Krishna in ecstatic love, he himself was performing the work of hundreds of men. So holy name should also go on, and service, some physical service can also go on. One can chant all the time. In Chaitanya Bhagavata Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Khaite, Boshite, Shuite. While eating also we should say. In Maharashtra one saint, I'm not sure, Ekanath Maharaj somebody said, Vadani Kavala Geta Nama Ghyave Shri Hariche. With every morsel of prasadam that you take, Vadani to your mouth, Vadani Kavala Geta Nama Ghyave Shri Hariche. You should chant the name of Lord Shri Hari. Mukunda, Madhav, Hari, Keshav, Gopal, Govind, Madhusudan, Trivikram, Vahaman, keep saying different names. Or if you don't know anything, then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So fast we will not read, but I'm just fast forwarding. But it is nice. Khaite, Boshite, while sitting down, chant Hare Krishna. Old people, they have to exert. They will sit because exertion. So that can be replaced by Hare Krishna. Boshite Shoite while sleeping. Hare Krishna. We pay prayers, we pay obeisances and pray all the prayers. And we can remember Vrindavan Dham. We can remember the holy places in Shri Vrindavan Dham all the time. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was vibrating the holy name of Krishna in ecstatic love, he himself was performing the work of hundreds of men. So when we accompany our service with chanting of the holy name, then the service will be very powerful. Because Krishna infuses his presence in that service. Shatahaste karenayana kshalana marjana pratijana pashe karana shikshana. It appeared as though Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were cleansing and washing with 100 hands. He approached every devotee just to teach him how to work. Mahaprabhu could have produced 100 hands, but not required. With 2 hands only he can work as if hundreds of hands. That means he was doing a lot of service. Cut. We should be very busy with services. Otherwise Maya will immediately enter. The moment we want a service, Krishna is not there, then Maya will enter. Once His Grace Jayananda Prabhu was asked, Prabhu, what have you thought about going back home, back to Godhead? He said, I am so busy with services for Prabhupada that I don't have time about thinking about going back to Godhead. Sorry, Prabhu. I have not thought about it. So like that one should be. Then here only it will be Golok Vrindavan experienced. He approached every devotee just to teach him how to work. So overseeing leaders can do and they can teach also. Mala karma dekhi tare kare prashansana mane na milile kare pavitra bhasana. When he saw someone doing nicely, the Lord praised him. But if he saw that someone was not working to his satisfaction, he immediately chastised that person, not bearing him any grudge. मने ना मिलेले करे पवित्र भाषण, purifying chastisement. As a chastisement is also purifying. His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj in the book Vaishnava Cases that praising and chastising, with this two, a devotee is purified. Not that just one. Many times our conditioned mind only looks forward for praise. Those devotees who praise us, we are very happy with. And those who chastise us, blaspheme us, we feel, what is this? Why is he doing like this? And we keep a distance from such a person. But both are required. Both are required. Otherwise, our mind will be spoiled. So he praised those who did very nicely the service, and others who did not do to their full energy, then he chastised them. But not bearing him any grudge. Not that a person was chastised, but his reluctance to use his full energy, that was pointed, and he was told, improve there. When somebody chastises us, we should know that our opinion, our statement is being short. Not that we are short. But Nityahankar is very strong, then one feels my statement is myself only. Why is he against me? It should be Nityahankar, devotees also carry. Those who are seniors, they will shoot at the person, and they don't have any grudge, they don't have any enemy in their heart. Otherwise, with enemy we chastise someone, it will become offense. Pure devotees also chastise. Prabhupada had degrees of anger that would exhibit. In the extreme, when the devotee, Prabhupada would not look at that person, or in the extreme anger, he would talk to a devotee behind the devotee who is in front, and as if this devotee is not present only. He would feel very bad. But that is how he would be chastised and purified. His lips would tremble and he would be very angry. But it was all transcendental. In London temple opening or somewhere, this collapsed, the altar collapsed, and Prabhupada was very angry. What is this? And Prabhupada went there running and he caught that altar, did not allow to fall on the deities. And all the reporters and all that they had come, they were all shooting. This is the procedure, how the installation happens. The altar has to fall down. And the Swami, who is the founder, he has to rush like anything, and he exhibits a very heroic deed and all that. And they were all shooting, thinking that this is the procedure. Prabhupada did not look at them, knowing that these are fools, they know nothing, but he chastised his disciples. So they were recording that also, that this also must be part of the installation of the deities. Everything. So then after that, Prabhupada was very angry, and the disciples understood. Those reporters, they were calm. It's all procedure going on in sequence. But the disciples understood. Prabhupada was very angry. It's our mistake. The altar was not properly done. How can it fall down? It would have fallen on the deities. Deities would have cracked or something. So they were very disturbed. But then next moment, Prabhupada went to room and they saw Prabhupada was peaceful, calm. He was reciting the prayers. Undisturbed. So pure devotee is like that. Tuskusumadapi komalam, vajradapi kathoram. He appears sometimes harder than thunderbolt, vajradapi kathoram. But other times he appears to be softer than soft petals of flowers. Kusumadapi komalam. But he is neither hard nor soft. He is for Krishna. Whatever it takes for service of the Lord, he does it. His heart is always softest heart, like butter. But for service, he has to become angry sometimes. Tumi bhala karyacha sukha annire yemata bhala karma sehayana kare. The Lord would say, you have done well. Please teach this to others so that they may act in the same way. So we should give appreciation, the praise immediately. We should not delay. Just say, Hari Bol Prabhu, Hare Krishna, well done. That much is enough. Otherwise, once in a year, we have appreciation day on the birthday. Hope the devotee doesn't die before his birthday comes. Otherwise, we have death day and we'll appreciate. in that, what they call, memorial of a Vaishnava after his departure. So many devotees speak so many things. And throughout his life, poor fellow, whether he got to hear such glories or not. And many devotees feel very light at heart. And they feel, Prabhu, we never knew such a glorious Vaishnava behind the screen. Nobody knew. I think he is going back to Godhead. And as long as he was on planet, we think he is not fit at all. He will go to hell only. So we chastise like anything. So be quick in giving praise, in offering glorification. And little hold on before chastising or criticizing a devotee, correcting a devotee. First ask yourself, are you the right person to correct that person? Do you have the right? Are you his counselor? Are you the president of the temple? Are you the GBC there? Or are you the service authority? Who are you? What for you are going to correct that devotee? That way there are so many people going, everybody has fault, color dosha nidha rajan. You will go on correcting everyone? That is not what we have come to ISKCON for. We have come here for our purification. So we should mind our own business and not look here and there. Like a horse, it has its flaps, the owner puts. So horse is only the front portion of the street and goes. Otherwise, if the flaps are not there, then he will see so many distractions and the horse will go in the wrong direction. He may topple also. So one should be focused, evasayatmika buddhi. And praise should be given immediately. Hit when it's hot. The blacksmith's formula. He puts the iron structure, whatever it is, bar, inside the fire and makes it hotter and hotter, red hot. And then he takes it out, puts it on the anvil and takes hammer, thad, thad, thad. And whatever shape he wants to give, he can give it when it's hot. If it cools down and he keeps hitting, nothing will happen. Only his hands will pain. This is useless. So hit when it's hot, like that. Make hay when sun shines. That is another English saying. Just like this kind of season, rainy season, where hardly sunlight is reaching the earth. And if we want fuel or we want kind of dry grass for feeding to the animals, etc. But it is green grass now, you want to make it dry. So what to do? Now it's not sunlight, is not there. So what we do? As soon as sunlight comes, immediately we put it so that it dries up. In India, we can see how the people who they keep their clothes for drying on the terrace or something like that. And as soon as it starts drizzling, rain is about to start, immediately the relatives, the family members go, they remove all the clothes and they bring it inside the house. And after some 2, 3, 4 hours, when the rains has stopped, sunlight comes, again they will go and put it. So when the opportunity is there, one should use it immediately, especially for glorifying others. But as far as criticism goes, one should withhold oneself. And it is our responsibility also to teach to others what we have learnt in Guru Parampara. Prabhupada says about Guhyam Akyati Pruchati, an experienced devotee speaks and a less experienced devotee learns from him. This is called as Guhyam Akyati Pruchati, revealing mind in confidence and hearing others when they reveal their mind in confidence. So one should teach to others. Prabhupada says Shabda Praman saves time. So if you hear from very advanced devotees, they might have learned some things through their own mistakes. Otherwise, they might have learned things by hearing from great souls. But if we hear them and understand, then we will save our time. We will not have to commit mistakes. Otherwise, they say experience is the best teacher and a fool learns by no other means. So that is third class way of learning. Just by first class is hearing. It saves so much time. Second class, one says, no, I want to experiment, like that. Third class doesn't learn after experiencing also. So one should be intelligent. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you have done well, please teach this to others so that they may act in the same way. It is the responsibility of all those who are expert in any service of the Lord to teach it to others, like that. Recently I will not tell the place, in one ISKCON temple within Maharashtra. So there one Mataji approached me and she was saying, many Mataji were there, but one particularly was saying that, Prabhuji, my service authority, she is good in, I think, garland making, something like that. So he wants me to make garlands now. Now my body is aged. I'm in difficulty. This service is difficult for me. Though I have been doing it for years, and president or whoso that authority is very happy. But now I have a little difficulty, and I can do some other simpler service. But this service is difficult for me. But he wants me only to do this service. I said, you should talk to him that you can teach this to some few Matajis. Some of those Matajis may become experts and they can continue. Many young Matajis also want services. And you can do some other service. So Prabhu, that's what I am telling him, but he is not understanding only. Then I told that approach somebody who is equal to him or senior to him and make the point reach to him. That so leaders should also be a little broad-minded. Parampara should go on. Just because one devotee is expert in some field doesn't mean that throughout life till he drops down dead, he only has to do. No, legacy. Next, parampara is that only. Just like father hands over the keys of his business to the son. Now you have grown up, you are 20, 25, you take the business forward. I will visit sometimes, you only take it. Similarly, as soon as daughter-in-law comes in the house, she is called in the Vedas as Ragi. She is the queen of the house. So mother-in-law should give the keys of the house. Say, my dear daughter, you run the house. Yes, you may train her a little bit. This is what your father-in-law likes. This is what your husband likes. This is your brother-in-law likes. Something like that. But then give the keys to her. Not that, I am the queen of the house. Till I drop down dead, you cannot get the keys. Then the daughter-in-law, what she will be praying? Let her drop down dead soon. She will be cursing. So one should not be like that. That I don't leave. So one should what they call let go and live freely. That is very difficult. Asakti, attachment is there. Because Krishna is not there in the heart, we can't give up the post position. How will I survive without that post, those privileges, those facilities? Very difficult. Prabhupada, you can see, at the ripe age of 70. Nice means, in comparison, is a nice room in Radha Damodar temple. In Vrindavan, people come from all over the place to Vrindavan to give their bodies, live their bodies. Prabhupada was well situated there. He got Sundars also. He was writing books, printing Bhagavatam. But he went all the way to America, where there was nobody known there. It seems after reaching the Boston harbor, Gopal had not reached there. He thought Gopal, maybe Swamiji will not come. So Prabhupada caught some bus or something and he came to the address of Gopal like that. So how much, and there we all know what kind of austerities. In the house, in the same refrigerator where Prabhupada was keeping his prasadam offered to Krishna, in the same fridge there was meat also. And Sally Agarwal, she would smoke the cigarette. She American lady. She would put it on Prabhupada. And Prabhupada would be like, because in the early period, she did not know the glory of Swami and all that. She was wondering, what is this person doing? But then as that her son, Bridge, became something 6 months old or 1 year old, and he started walking. So Prabhupada was laughing like anything. He was catching the hold of hands of the Bridge and laughing. He is walking. And that lady, mother Sally, she was wondering, what is there so much? All children in the childhood, they can't walk, they crawl. And then some point of time, they stand up and they start walking. Why is this Swami? Who is he? Why is he so happy? She was wondering. But then she understood he's a very genuine person. And then he also would offer bhoga to the Lord and started giving them prasad. She started liking the prasadam also. And eventually she became favorable. But then Prabhupada felt overall that, what is that place? Pennsylvania. Butler is not such a, it's a good town, but not, people are goody, but not so much eager for Krishna. So then I have to go to metropolitan city, New York, Manhattan. So then he went there. So here also there was now favorable situation created in Butler. If we would have been very good, chalo, ho gaya. After 1 month of struggle, now this lady is favorable and all that. We would have settled there only. But Prabhupada thought of always preaching and he left that place, and there in that Mishra, he had his yoga studio, his boys and girls, but then he knew Prabhupada is very influential. If this Swami speaks, all boys and girls will go behind him. I will be left with no one. So he would not allow Prabhupada to speak. He would only allow Prabhupada to do kirtan for 10-15 minutes. So many difficulties Prabhupada went through. But it is our responsibility, whatever we are expert at, we should teach the next generation. And you should take off. Unless you take off, you won't be elevated to higher position. Just like unless we give up Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, we won't get Krishna Prem. If one wants, through my devotional life only, I have got this Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim. Why should I give it up? It's all spiritual. It's prasad. It is not bhoga. Like that. So if you hold on to that, you won't be qualified to get Krishna. So that is not how one should be. One should be detached. Only as long as service requires, demands, one can go on with that post position. As soon as next person is ready, hand over. Shyam Baba was like that. So eventually became old, serving Shri Radha Gopi Janwalla. Then there were some next young boys who were pujaris. So he handed over and he was rendering little service. Let go and live freely. Otherwise, hold on to that position. It becomes difficult for next generation. They are suffocating and they will be cursing you. When will you die? You are being curses. You give up that and then you can do higher things. You can do higher things. ये कथा सुनिए सबे संकुचित हैया भालमते कर्म करे सबे मन लिया. As soon as the heard Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this, everyone became ashamed. Thus the devotees began to work with great attention. That we are supposed to do better. Somebody should be there to tell us that you need to improve. How many of you have somebody in your life who is overseeing you, your activities, and he is guiding you? After some years, when you become senior, nobody will hear about you, telling that you need to do like this or you need to improve. You're on your own. When in the hierarchy you go like this, up, up, up. You're earlier a training, then what? Team lead, then project leader, then one of the managers. As more you go up, more you are lonely. Then nobody above you. Then becomes difficult. That's how people fall down also. That's why one should willingly put himself under somebody and take guidance, be ready to get corrected, and then one will flourish. The conditioned mind, false ego does not agree. One likes to be alone, independent, isn't it? But then one will suffer also. The devotees, as soon as they heard, so we can see that by hearing katha, we understand our mistakes, and it's the fastest way of learning. So when we are in katha and some particular point is being told, we understand, oh, I am doing this mistake. And okay, this is the solution. I should implement. I should get out of that problem. That's the problem. Ebe prakshalana kaila Shri Jagannathana Bhoga Mandira Adi Tabe kaila prakshalana. They washed the Jagannath area and then the place where food was kept. All other places were also washed. Everything was clean. Natashala Dhuila Chattvara Prangana Pakashala Adhikari Karili Prakshalana. In this way the meeting place was washed, the entire yard, the raised sitting places, the kitchen and every other room. Mandirera Chaturdika Prakshalana Kaila Sabha Antapura Bhalamate Dhvaila. Thus all places around the temple were thoroughly washed within and without. Everything is washed. Now 122 to 130 is Bengali Vishnu pouring water on lotus feet. Hina Kale Gaudiya Eka Subuddhi Sarala Prabhura Charana Yugi Dilo Ghata Jala. After everything was thoroughly washed, a Vaishnava from Bengal who was very intelligent and simple came and poured water on the lotus feet of the Lord. So it's very simple, but he's intelligent also. He dared to do that. Say Jala Laya Apane Pana Kaila Taha Dekhe Prabhu Ramane Dukkha Rosha Hola. The Gaudiya Vaishnava then took that water and drank it himself, saying that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt a little unhappy and was also outwardly angry. Why? Because it's a temple of the Lord. So in the Lord's temple, we are not supposed to pay obeisances to each other and wash somebody's feet. No. Or pure devotee is okay, Abhishek, Prabhupada and all. But otherwise, anybody else's feet should not be washed. We should not praise others in the temple hall, because Lord is present. He only should be praised. It becomes offense otherwise. Seva Aparad. Mahaprabhu, as a devotee, he is showing. He is Lord only, so there is nothing wrong. He can be given Abhishek. But he is acting as devotee. That's why he felt a little unhappy and was also outwardly angry. Yadyapi Gosai Pare Hayache Santosh Dharma Samstapani Lagi Bahire Maharosh. Although the Lord was certainly satisfied with him, he became angry externally in order to establish the etiquette of religious principles. He was happy because he is the Supreme Lord. So he has done well. Lord should be worshipped in the temple. But the Lord is Lord, but he is acting as devotee. So he was, in order to establish dharma, how a devotee should not allow his feet to be washed, especially in temple hall in front of the Lord. The Lord became angry. Shiksha lage swarupe dake kahila tahare ye dekha tomara gaudiyara vavahade. The Lord then called for Swarup Damodar and told him, just see the behavior of your Bengali Vaishnava. So your Bengali Vaishnava means all of us are followers of Swarup Damodar Goswami, who is Lalita Sakhi. So Radharani is assisted by Lalita Sakhi. And obviously in that Lalita Sakhi's group there are Manjaris, and the topmost leader is Rupa Manjari. So we are called as Rupanugas. But then we are also Swarupanugas also. We are servants of the Lord. So Lord's servant, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Swarup Damodar's servant, Rupa Goswami, and Rupa Goswami's servants, all of us. Or Prabhupada, or down the line. Prabhu asked him, he is the leader, Swarup Damodar Goswami. So how can your Bengali Vaishnava be doing like this? Ishvara mandire maro pada dhoyaila sejala apanila panakaila. This person from Bengal has washed my feet within the temple of the personality of Godhead. Not only that, but he has drunk the water himself. So that's the mistake of that devotee, Mahaprabhu saying. E aparadhe mora kaha begati tumara gaudiya kare epeke phujiti. I now do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, your Bengali Vaishnava has greatly implicated me. Prabhu purport says, your Gaudiya Vaishnava. This means that all Gaudiya Vaishnavas who are followers of the Caitanya cult are subordinate to Swarup Damodar Goswami. It is necessary to observe the parampara system of the Caitanya cult. No one should accept obeisances in the temple of the Lord before the deity. So we should not pay obeisances to each other when the altar is open. When the altar is closed, we can pay obeisances. No, but still, Lord has that respect for. And when the deity's curtain is closed, we are not supposed to offer obeisances to the Lord. The Lord feels awkward. Devotee, I am not able to reciprocate. Similarly, we are not supposed to circumambulate also that time when the altar is closed. No one should accept obeisances in the temple of the Lord before the deity. Nor is it proper for a devotee to offer obeisances and touch the feet of the spiritual master before the deity. So even spiritual master also it is said one should not pay obeisances. No one. The altar can be closed, or means altar will close after some time, then we can pay obeisances. Or to one's own spiritual master, Sakshat Haritvena, with that understanding one may. But otherwise here Prabhupada has written, nor is it proper for a devotee to offer obeisances and touch the feet of the spiritual master before the deity. However, because he was playing the part of an Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord considered himself an ordinary human being. He also wanted to give instructions to ordinary human beings. The point is that even though one plays the part of a spiritual master, he should not accept obeisances or permit a disciple to wash his feet before the deity. This is a matter of etiquette. So Prabhupada is giving instruction to Guru also. Guru should also train his disciples not to offer him obeisances in front of the deities. तबे स्वरूप गोसाई तारा घाड़े हाथ दिए ठेका मारी पुरीर बाहेर राखिले न. At this point, Swarup Damodar Goswami caught the Gaudiya Vaishnava by the neck and giving him a little push, ejected him from the Gundicha Puri temple and made him stay outside. Sometimes managers have to do such kind of services, correcting devotees for their misbehavior. But they should do without envy. Punha se Prabhu paya, karila vinaya, agya aparadha kshama, karite yuyaya. After Swarup Damodar Goswami returned within the temple, he requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to excuse the innocent person. See how he did as per Mahaprabhu's thing. He caught him by the neck and pushed him outside the temple. But then after coming, he said, please forgive him. He's innocent. Like that. That's how Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, one devotee was removed from the temple, I think, for some mistake. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, go and find him out and bring him back. He said, but he's removed. He said, no, we have to be compassionate also to devotees. तबे महाप्रभु रमने संतोष हेला सारी करी द्वीपाशे सबारे बसायला. After this incident, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. He then asked all the devotees to sit down in two lines on both sides. So the last section is 131 to 136, reward by Mahaprabhu. आपने वसीय माझे आपने रहते तृणकांकर कूटा लागेला कुडायते. The Lord then personally sat down in the middle and picked up all kinds of straw, grains of sand and dirty things. So much. Second round. Third round. Kekata kudaya sabha ekatra gariba yara alpa taradhe pitha pani laiva. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was picking up the straws and grains of sand, he said, I shall gather everyone's collection and I shall ask whoever has collected less than all the others to pay a fine of sweet cakes and sweet rice. So we have to do service very nicely. Otherwise, we have to sponsor feast. One day in our temple hall, this was around 20 years back, Ravi Shankar after that Shikshashtakam or something, then he took the mic and he said, so all the brahmacharis, look at your clothes, dhoti kurta. We're all looking. So some of the devotees have very dirty dhoti kurta. So you stand up. Some 5-6 devotees had to stand up. Dhoti kurtas were not washed properly for days together. So they were white, but they were not pure white. They were like brownish white, whatever it is. And Vaishnava said, just look at your dhoti kurta. Is this the way? So then he said, now you 5, after the morning program, after Bhagavatam, you have to get Govinda's Mahaprasad and serve the other devotees who have clean dhoti kurtas and seek their blessing to be able to have clean white dhoti kurta. So those devotees were embarrassed. So sometimes brahmacharis behave very abnormally. The dhoti is there, like this is hanging up. One kurta sleeve is up there, one is up to the thing. And the shikha, after bathing, so all the scattered hair. So they come with that only, flying in all directions. They don't tie up also. So this kind of transcendental behavior is not acceptable. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was picking up the straws and grains of sand, he said, I shall gather everyone's collection and I shall ask whoever has collected less than all the others to pay a fine of sweet cakes and sweet rice. Evi mata sabapuri karila shodha shitala nirmala kaila yenane jamu. In this way, all the quarters of the Gundicha temple were completely cleansed and cleared. All quarters were cool and spotless, like one's cleansed and pacified mind. So, we do external cleaning, then our internal cleaning will be done by Krishna. Pravalika chadiyadi pani mahaila mutani nadiyana samudri malila. When the water from the different rooms was finally let out through the holes, it appeared as if new rivers were rushing out to meet the waters of the ocean. So much cleaning, so much water. E mata puradvara age pathayata Sakala Shadalataha Kivarni Bepkata. Outside the gateway of the temple, all the roads were also cleansed, and no one could tell exactly how this was done. In purport, Prabhu says, if one wants to see Krishna seated in his heart, he must first cleanse the heart, as prescribed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshastak Chetodorapana Mahajanam, by chanting. Hridayantastha Bhadrani quotes, to wash away all dirty things accumulated within the heart, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised everyone to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. If a devotee at all wants to cleanse his heart, he must chant and hear the glories of the Lord, Sri Krishna, Shramotam Swakatha Krishna. This is a simple process. Lord wants to give directions, but he has to keep his heart as clean as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept the Gundicha temple. We cannot perceive the Lord's presence in our hearts unless our hearts are cleansed. A material desire is explained as a desire to enjoy the material world to its fullest extent. If one is overly engaged in material activity, the heart will always remain disturbed. Samsara Vishanale, Devanishi Hiyajole, Judaite na koi ne upay. One who cannot give up the desire for productive activity is understood to be covered by the dust of material contamination. So we have to become selfless, serving Krishna, not expecting any result. Then we will be free from productive activity. Impersonal speculation, monism, merging into the existence of the Supreme, speculative knowledge, mystic yoga and meditation are all compared to grains of sand. They simply cause irritation to the heart. No one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such activities, nor do we give the Lord a chance to sit in our hearts peacefully. Rather, the Lord is simply disturbed by them. So we should get rid of all this impersonal dirt in our heart. They do not consider that the ultimate goal is the form of the Lord, impersonalists, or the name of the Lord. Such unfortunate creatures are never favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for they do not know that what devotional service is. Long purport. One may attempt to imitate Srila Haridas Thakur by living in a solitary place. One's real desire may be for name and fame. In other words, one thinks that fools will accept one to be as good as Haridas Thakur just because one lives in a solitary place. So this Nirjan Bhajan is not for us, because we have heart filled with anathas. If we do Nirjan Bhajan, the anathas will attack us, and nobody will be around to save us also. So we should be with devotees. Jiva Himsa, envy for other devotees, actually means stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. Preaching work is described as paropakar, welfare activity for others. Those who are ignorant of the benefits of devotional service must be educated by preaching. If one stops preaching and simply sits down in a solitary place, he is engaging in material activity. Very strong words. So nobody can sit down. We are not Bhajananandis. Certainly within a Goshtanandi there is a Bhajananandi, and within a Bhajananandi there is a Goshtanandi. So we should be deep in our bhajan in the morning time with the devotees in temple hall and chant, dance, sing glories of the Lord. But daytime we should engage into missionary activities, preaching activities. Should not sit down in a solitary place. We are not qualified for that. Devotional service means attaining peace from all disturbances caused by material contamination. In other words, it is the process by which the mind is cooled. We should observe the festival by distributing prasadam and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Everyone who spreads the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts a similar responsibility. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we must learn from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how to train devotees by personal example. The Lord was very pleased with those who could cleanse the temple by taking out undesirable things accumulated within. This is called anartha nivritti, cleansing the heart of all unwanted things. Thus, the cleansing of the Gundicha Mandir was conducted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to let us know how the heart should be cleansed and soothed to receive Lord Shri Krishna and enable him to sit within the heart without disturbance. Nisimho Nandira Bhitar Bahira Shudhila Shaneka Vishram Kuri Nritya Arambhila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cleansed the Nrsimha temple inside and outside. Finally, he rested a few minutes and then began dancing. We will not discuss next. This is focused on Gundicha temple margin. Any question? No question. Should we end? All hearts are cleansed just by hearing that. And I think you have anyway done. You have gone through that service. Yes.
For information, like so today also like Gundicha temple cleaning happen every year.
Today?
Means every year does it happen?
Where?
Gundicha temple.
Ah.
Devotees like.
Devotees means it has been happening for Rath Yatra is going on for 15 crore 36 lakhs years. So every time Lord leaves Shri Mandir, goes to Gundicha Mandir. So before that it has to be cleansed. So traditionally it was done by the kings of Odisha through their servants and all that, superintendent Podicha and all that. They would see that. But when Mahaprabhu came there to reside in 1510, he came after sannyas, then 2 years South India, 1512 onwards, he started this parampara of devotees cleaning. As long as he was there for next around 22 years, around. So then 1 year devotees he told not to come for Rath Yatra, he was going to Navadvip. But you can say 20-21 years, every year devotees were coming and cleaning Gundicha temple. So that was set. Now I don't know what happens. When we were there, we did. Okay, they do. Yeah, we did it. So Gaudiya Vaishnavas come. Anyway, in Jagannath Puri there are itself 2-3 at least Gaudiya mutts. No, 3 are there minimum. Chatak Parvat, Grand Road and Gundicha Mandir near that Puri Maharaj. 3 Gaudiya mutts are anyway there, maybe more. So they come and they clean.
Like when Jagannath is not there in Shri Mandir, so Shri Mandir cleaning happen? Or?
That I don't know. As a routine every day, like we do, no? Altar cleaning, they must be doing. These are all managerial things. We have to know the temple. You can be there in those 9 days and find out.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in the purport it was mentioned that in front of the deities we don't even, it is better that we even don't worship spiritual master also, if the tourism. But we see that even in the times of Prabhupada only started this Guru Puja, where the altar is open and...
That's what I said, na? Sakshat Haritvena Samasya Shastra. So he can be. He's as good as the Supreme Lord. In fact, more merciful than the Lord. That's not a problem. But nobody else can claim to be worshipped. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, as you mentioned, by service, doing service and serving devotees, that our heart get cleanses. But we might be doing, but we don't find any sign of our heart getting cleansed.
It takes time also. How many Vaishnavas you have served, how much you served, and by that how much you pleased them. That factor matters. But we are able to chant 16 rounds daily. That's a big achievement. That means we have earned sufficient blessings. To get up in itself in the morning, it's so difficult. And what to speak of in chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 regulative principles, rendering services. So we have gained a lot. But now we have to fine-tune your Krishna consciousness. Especially offenses should not be committed. Otherwise it's like starting a fire and again pouring water on it, extinguishing the fire. That should be avoided by all means, and serve more and more Vaishnavas in a better and better way. Chant attentively, then capacity will increase.
Thank you.
Yes, any other? Do Mataji have any question? You had a question? No. So we'll end. Huh? Continue what? No, we'll not continue. We'll end. Ritara Shri Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Gundicha Mandir Marjana ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Samveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. You can do Gundicha temple Marjana. Those who have time, means this temple only.